Scorpios. This is your September 2024 love reading for Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is for Scorpios. We're going to take a look at singles first. If you are single and open to the idea of accepting in a new relationship, or if you've got your eye on somebody, we're going to take a look at that in the first part of the reading. The second part of the reading, we're going to take a look at if you are in a relationship, a partnership, a connection, what have you. We're going to take a look at that. If you are having issues with your person, we'll take a look and see what could be going on there. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, this reading is intended for September 2024. Be sure to check your other placements. If anything does not resonate, please don't try and force it into your world. It is not for you. This is for general collective readings, okay? So be sure to check those other placements to see if you can't put together a pretty good picture of what's going on. If you need to get a personal reading, that information is in the description box of every single one of my videos. I'll be going back through and putting timestamps on everything, High Priestess, to make sure that you can get to what you need to get to quickly. Okay, that tends to be pretty helpful, I think, so you can skip around as needed. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement, Scorpios. My name is Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, I appreciate your curiosity, and if you are already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. I appreciate your continued love and support. So we're going to get started here in just a second. All of my other platforms are also there. Be sure to give me a follow. I'm now offering mentorship in addition to tarot readings. So if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me. And without further ado, let's get going. So we're going to look at Scorpios. These feel shuffled. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on. Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What could be going on? If you are single, open to the idea. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Lots of happy times, happy homes. Three of Wands. The Two of Wands. Are you kidding me? This is interesting. And then we have the Six of Cups here. The Hanged Man. So there was some stagnation with your past energy. Some things that were needing to be left behind. But there has been some very good decisions made to progress you forward away from your past decisions, your past connections, your past experiences. So these have all been transmuted into forward progression. So there has been a successful detachment, and you are ready to start looking for something more solid, more foundational here with the Four of Wands. Fours are about foundations, okay? I can't believe that I've got the Two, the Three, and the Four of Wands out here. I mean, I say I can't believe this, but this happens literally all the time. I think I manifest that by proclaiming that it happens all the time. That's a manifestation in real time. I'll get three of a kind, the straights, royal flushes. I'll pull out the entire suit of the same, the entire royal court there for you fine folks. So always exciting. I'll pull out, you know, 3 or 4 fours, 5, 6s, whatever, with a big old stack here. So this tells me there has been a successful release, and you're ready to start welcoming in the idea of setting up something that is more meaningful, more solid. There's been a lot learned here. We've got the Justice card, the Seven of Pentacles, right? So better planning because of what has been learned, karmic lessons in the past. The cause and effect is you're able to manifest something better now. So what crosses or complements? Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. Ten of Swords. Definitely have put an end to something. What crosses you, though, is being crossed, right? We've got the Knight of Cups, the Magician, the Nine of Wands with that Two of Wands to the Three of Wands. So with your forward progression, you're not naive, you're no dummy, you're not going forward in vain. There are some very powerful lessons that you are taking with you to do a lot different this time. 444 on my clock right then. So that was not in vain. I'm going to say this, whatever you've been through was not in vain. So now you're able to make better decisions and create something a lot more successful with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups has you very, very well prepared to go back into your natural state of being the alluring, charming Scorpio that you can be. You know, you're not so put off, you're not so closed off, you're not so, you know, detached from the ideas, right? You're starting to move back into the openness of receiving. But it is with a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, and your guard up, okay? You're no dummy. You're watching for things. You're well aware. Very good. Healthy. This could be the person, you know, coming in as well. This could be somebody who is also open and available. So what is the best that can be achieved? What's the best that can be achieved for Scorpio? The best that can be achieved. All right. Queen of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands. Seven of Swords. King of Cups. Three of Cups. So there's a strategy here. Three of Pentacles, right? So there's a strategy here to build something more sustaining, more lasting, more loving and foundational. While we do have the Queen of Wands, right, that's igniting that passion. Also, remember, I'm saying that you're moving back into your old self. So this is you starting to get back into that receptivity of attention and focus, okay? So you're more open to pay attention to something like that, to be able to receive the focus of attention on you. So before, you know, when you're detached from it and you don't want it, you're not paying attention to anything. People could be, you know, looking you up and down, trying to send you winks and, you know, glances and glare, you know, conversation starting, you know, and you're just like, I don't know, and you just walk off, you know, you're just like, I don't, I have no idea. I'm not mentally here, man. What do you want? You know, you're kind of checked out, right? But the Queen of Wands is somebody who gets attention and is quite aware of it, very into it. This is also, for some of you, how you're moving your energy into this more kind of receptivity, right? Receiving that energy of wanting to build connection here. The Judgment's right here. But again with the Page of Wands, getting excited about realizing the opportunities coming in, about, you know, being more capable of building something more successful. You know, the Three of Cups with the Three of Pentacles is getting together to really figure out if this is compatible, if you work well together. And this is about, you know, the experience and the joy and getting a little bit more excited about this, right? Sometimes perception is a funny thing, and I've been saying this with the book club I've been doing. Perception is a funny thing. So you can look at dating like, oh man, now here we go again. Now I got to get to know somebody all over again. Now I got to get ready. I got to spend my nights, you know, going up and down with, you know, could be this, could be not. You know, for some of you, it's about, you know, being financially on the hook for having to go and do things. Some of you may not want to be, you know, completely out there financially right up front, so that could be daunting for some of you, but for others, they, you know, start to, you know, get a little bit hopeful. That Page of Wands is excited. This is excited about something new, the prospect of beginning something new. The Three of Cups is having a good time, going out, getting together, getting to know people. And through the strategy of building something emotionally and mentally stable, right? Emotionally and mentally stable is that King of Cups. That's the foundation in which you're operating. And the King of Cups is Scorpio energy, right? So Seven of Swords with the King of Cups there. Now, all that in the middle, this is not about you, you know, lying about being in the energy of love and only wanting that, you know, thing. But that's not what that is. In this pairing, in this grouping, this is about, you know, the way in which you plan to operate based on what you've discovered, right? This is kind of like a new way about doing things, trying to operate in a different way than what's expected of you, what people typically see you doing. It's different, right? But your guard is up. That Nine of Wands says you're no dummy. You are no dummy. All right. What's the foundation? What's the foundation for Scorpio placement? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Foundation, please. Single Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's the foundation for September 2024? Thank you. It just bloop. The Hierophant, lessons learned, right? Some of you could have gotten a lot of counsel. Some of you could have sought some really experienced people to give you the formula, the equation needed to be able to progress forward. We've got the Seven of Cups, the World card, Knight of Wands. So the Seven of Cups and the World card, right? This is, and the Hierophant. This could be, a lot of you have, you know, a lot of arsenal in your pocket, right? This is you very, very prepared. You have many, many, many things that are aiding and assisting you in realizing like how to do your next thing successfully and how to successfully move past what you have just experienced to be able to recreate a new you, a new successful partnership or connection. Not the way you've done things before. Fixed sign energy with the World card as well. So this is you showing up also. The Seven of Cups with the Hierophant. I can't help but think that you have, you know, many, many things that you have received. So the Hierophant is a teacher. This is a guide. This is you seeking advice and counsel. And with the Seven of Cups, this is a lot of opinions, emotional attachments to many, many different pieces, different ideas, different messages. So this could be you, you know, consuming a ton of podcasts, tarot readings, you know, following your favorite life coaches, going all over the place, giving their speeches, catching every single thing you can, taking advantage of opportunities to learn as much as you can as well. Whatever you're hearing, you're researching it, you're finding other avenues to attach yourself to these lessons to be able to figure things out. So lessons here, many, many lessons. The World card with the Hierophant, right? This is a lot. This is a lot of information seeking, but it's done in that energy of finding something that's going to be more lasting, more and the Hierophant's very conventional, right? There could have been this unconventional way of doing things before, and now this is moving into a more conventional focus. Both of these cards, the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, are about marriage, honestly. So this is you getting kind of serious. This is you getting serious about, you know, whatever comes in next, whatever you're focusing on is going to be it's going to be well formed. We'll put it that way. It's going to be very well formed. I can't help but think that well formed with the Queen of Wands. You know, wink, wink. All right. So let's go into that past energy. What's that recent past for Scorpios? Recent past. What's that recent past energy? Aha. So we have the King of Wands and the Two of Cups, right? So building partnerships. It's not like you were closed off to relationships. It's not like you were completely amiss. We've got the Magician, Three of Wands, Sun card. It's not like you were completely amiss. It just wasn't anything sustainable. Five of Swords, Strength card, Queen of Swords, the Lovers, the Fool, Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, Tower. So there's, you know, a story in the history of you, you know, not being completely and totally closed off to the idea. This is not something that you're You know, this doesn't give you the ick to think about something long term, to think about something that would be forever, to think about something that would be the exact right divine match, you know, somebody who could match your energy, somebody who would be, you know, very capable and almost seamlessly, I want to say, because when you have a pairing like this, it's a very seamless sort of interaction. The King and Queen of Wands, now they get a lot of attention, a lot of attention. So this could be you, you know, obtaining, you know, a lot of the wrong attention to get the wrong kind of relationship so far because of the focus being incorrect a little bit here. You know, kind of maybe, well, listen, very, 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 very few of us get it correct the first swing, okay? Not even the second or third, okay? It takes many, many opportunities to be able to finally get the practice down. I call it practice partners, to get that practice down of how to be a good partner and what you require from your partner to be able to meld well, to be able to coexist, to cohabitate, to be productive, to get along, to understand each other, to really genuinely like each other, let alone, you know, love each other, but to actually like each other, right? All right. What is the future position? What is that immediate future? Immediate future for Scorpio placements. Immediate future. Thank you. Uh-oh. A couple of reversals. All right. Okay. Knight of Wands and the Five of Cups reversed. So, interesting how I was talking earlier. The Page of Wands did come out. Remember, the Page of Wands had come out with the excitement about beginning something. I've got the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. They are out here. When the Knight of Wands is reversed, now this is about somebody kind of getting themselves back on track. This is about you being less carefree, kind of moving on from that that need to feel like you shouldn't be in a connection, right? Like this is a bit of the misery. This is a bit of the misery that you're getting out of, where you're detaching from that, and now you're open to being more hopeful to something coming in, whatever's next on the pulpit. Okay, so in the meantime, this is you pulling back. You're pulling back from this way of detaching, not caring, basically. Basically being completely and totally incapable of wanting anything long term because of you not really feeling like it's ever going to be something authentic, or it's not meant for you, or, you know, whatever they are. There's a lot of people out there who will talk themselves out of deserving it, or there being somebody on their level, or a match, or meeting you at your current state, and being able to progress forward simultaneously, you know, without veering off track. You know, a lot of people are losing hope with that, and I feel like this is your release. You're releasing that feeling, because it's very common. I've done it. I've heard it very commonly around me a lot, especially in my line of work now. My line of work before, I've dealt with customer service a very long time. Being in the bars, you deal with a lot of low vibrational people who don't want it anymore. They're going through some hard stuff. Being in, you know, being in hair, you get all stories. You get all stories. You get the super happy households. You get the going through divorces. I've had people come in mid breakup, 3 sheets to the wind. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Why didn't you cancel your appointment and stay home? Oh, I wasn't gonna mess this up. I'm like, you're gonna get DUI. And then, yeah, mid breakup coming in, you know, and then coming back in and, you know, swearing off everything, even alcohol, because of how much they're embarrassed of their last visit. Oh gosh, what a mess. What a mess. It's interesting what this connection does, right? And so it's enough to veer you off of it altogether, trust me. So that feeling to slip into the I'm never going there again, we've done it. I've done it. Luckily I have quit drinking, so I did go there with that, and I was like, I'm never going there again. And this last time was the last time. It really was, and that was years ago. But yeah, when I got into my spirituality, my body naturally rejected it. And my body also naturally rejected low vibrational connections too. So that's another part of the spiritual attachment. Some of you may have done this. When you're seeking a lot of guidance, advice, and counsel, you may, you know, adhere to a different kind of outlook on life. You may adapt yourself with some realizations and some harsh lessons that we receive. Kind of pointing out some ways that aren't really working, some things that you need to kind of move away from and do differently. There's a major awakening to this. Judgment, 6 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Nice, exactly. Some sort of major awakening, the Judgment. You're awakening to the fact that, you know, the things you've done in the past were not correct. Here we have the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups again. The King of Cups coming out once again to remind us of the focus now, the new focus, the realization. Awakening to the idea of love, of how to truly build love. Look at all these cups out here. Cups and wands. Cups and wands. I feel like something is definitely coming in for you that is going to be something that you've never experienced before because of the information that you finally were aligning with, right? Sometimes it's so simple as even asking universe, asking your guides, asking God, praying to your angels, and asking them for the exact right messages, right? The next time I turn on my social media platforms, I want to receive, you know, the exact right message meant for me, right? I don't want to be confused anymore. I don't want to oversaturate myself. I don't want to over inform to where I'm getting many different pieces of information to where I'm, you know, confused, more confused than when I began, right? So now this is you asking for specificities, for signs, for alignment, okay? It's as easy as asking. It's as easy as that. 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords. It's as easy as asking for clarity. Okay, so let's look and see. I'm going to look at the Love Oracle to see what could be coming in. Kind of drawn to this right now. Let's see what's coming in next, because, you know, it's all good and well to have the realizations. And when we tell universe and source, guides, God, spirits, angels, whatever you're into, this is all inclusive. I don't judge and I don't discriminate and I don't cast out and I don't send you away because we're not seeing eye to eye. I won't do that. If we don't see eye to eye, so be it. It always tickles me, the people that feel like they need to proclaim the fact that we don't see eye to eye. And I'm like, awesome. Got it. I'm in awe that you took the time to do that. All right. My time personally, I do differently with it, but you know, whatever. All right. So here we go. So what else? What else do we need to let Scorpio know? What else does Scorpio need to know? What could we be missing? What else is coming in? Legal matters. Text message. Friends. Magnetic attraction. Yikes. Okay. Oh, God. That's a lot. Okay. That's what I figured. It wasn't going to be that much. Okay. Finances at the bottom. So, wow. I do see wedding out here. Remember earlier I was talking about the marriage cards, 4 of Wands, the Hierophant. These are regarding that forever after. Forever and ever, amen. Forever and ever, amen. There's hookup. Completely opposite of that. We've got romantic feelings coming out. legal matters, text message, soulmate, friends, magnetic attraction. This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. So I'm seeing here that you're definitely having the usual. Okay, the usual things are happening here. The Queen of Wands coming out, King of Wands coming out. Your magnetic attraction is on point. This is something that's been there. It's always been there, even if you're oblivious to it because you turn it off because you're mentally elsewhere. It's still there, right? It's still there. I do see that there is so legal matters did come out first and foremost. This is about justice. This is about judgment, right? And the judgment card coming out earlier a couple of times is about that awakening. So that experience of that awakening. And then the justice card coming out also, that's that lesson, that balance, that cause and effect of things. So this is you definitely balancing the fact that you're open to the idea of building connections. Okay, we've got romantic feelings coming out here. So even if you are drawing people in and you're starting to kind of awaken to this idea, you're not lost on the experience what a lot of you have been through. Some of you have been through a divorce. Some of you have been through some very gnarly breakups that were practically like a divorce, you know, where you're having to split up your stuff. And some of you, you know, I hate this, but it's, you know, the pets, who's taking care of the pets, you know. Sometimes when couples break up, they're shared custody sometimes of the pets, bless them. Sometimes we don't marry our person and we still end up having kids. So that could be, you know, an attachment that you're having to work through. Sometimes we have, you know, group friends that we build up over a long period of time, and then you have to kind of deal with that. So there is that experience, right? It feels like that. It feels like your separation is so intense that that's what you've gone through. So legal matters, right? So this is you're very acutely aware of how sensitive it is to have to detach and have to go through these experiences. Okay, so even when the romantic feelings are starting to come in, you're starting to be open to the idea of love. You're starting to have more emotions churning up. You're starting to feel those feelings and you're receptive, very, very receptive. I do have hookup coming up. You like how I said that? Hook up. Like I'm a robot. I wouldn't pass the test if I had to tell if I was a robot or not. Okay, anyway, so there's a one night stands. Okay, so that's what this energy is. This is casual relationships. This is flings, you know, those little in and out moments here. So this is you being very, very aware. You're open to the idea of things. I think you're more open to seeing somebody for that possibility, like if they're coming in that energy and you're kind of seeing it for what it is. Some of you may choose to, you know, experience that. Some of you may have to learn the lessons that these people are a dime a dozen out there. They're not really wanting to attach and they're not wanting to connect. They're just wanting the benefits of the relationship without all of the effort or the work or the commitment or the involvement that goes along with that. Okay, so there's this real receptivity to the intimacy, but you're seeing people, right? You're seeing people a lot more clearly because of all the information you've learned, because of the lessons you figured out, because of people kind of teaching you about, you know, what to look out for. And now there is a different way in which you're operating, right? You're welcoming in partnerships and connections to where there is more friendly connections being built, and you're discovering the layers in which you're wanting to create relationships. I've got text message coming out. This is a lot of communications. This is a lot of information sharing, getting to know somebody for a period of time. And I have a strong feeling like your focus is the forever. That's that forever ever. You're not looking for the flings and the one night stands. You're very aware of those type of people, and I think you're focusing more on the authenticity, you know, building the layers to make sure that something is going to be long standing and lasting. We got finances, party, new love at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so a lot of you are getting out there. You're experiencing a lot more things. I do have finances coming out. You could be, like I said, about the dating part, you know, some of you could be negatively looking at this. Some of you could be figuring out how to go out and date on a budget. There's a lot of that about, you know, trying to figure out how to connect and date on a budget. You know, things are very difficult nowadays. Not everybody can go and do things, you know, on a dime. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Even the gas to get to see each other sometimes is, you know, kind of a stretch. And that depends. Sometimes we don't connect with people that are around the corner or even in another city, like right next door. Sometimes that's not an option. Sometimes it takes a lot to be able to meet up with somebody. So, in order to get together, I feel like you're looking beyond what you normally did, but there's a lot of consideration. There's a lot of consideration to have to bring in. But I feel like you're open to it. I feel like there is a new focus for you. I feel like this is a very successful way of building and connecting and creating. This is, of course, the formula that I myself have used. And, you know, there's a lot of familiarity in this, per usual. But that's about the lessons and such, the learning and the seeking and the wanting to know and the getting better at it, so that you stop sitting in these cycles. And I feel like you've obtained a lot of information from the right people this time, in order to help guide you to a better way to create. It's a better way to create, right? We get misinformed with the deep programming that is received for a very, very long time. So it's helpful. It's helpful to get the right information to move forward with. So, all right. So that was for singles. So we're going to move it into partnerships. Partnerships. If you're in a connection with somebody and you are experiencing issues with them, we're going to take a look and see what could be going on. So let's take a look here. I got the Devil card and the Page of Pentacles coming out. So if you're in a situation, a relationship, a partnership, a connection, Knight of Cups coming out, with another person and you are experiencing issues, let's see what could be going on with the both of you. Again, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There's the Tower. Yikes. Six of Swords. Okay. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio placements. If you have those on your natal chart, your birth charts, this could be for you. Be sure to check your other placements to see if you can't put together a pretty good picture of what could be happening. Cross watchers, of course, are welcome. Switch that energy around as needed. All right, here we go. What is going on? Strength card, Seven of Pentacles. What's going on with Scorpios? Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, in a partnership, in a couple for September 2024. What could be going on here? All right. Okay. All right, let's look at it. What could be going on? What does Scorpio need to know for September? What is going on? Are you kidding me? Same card. Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Different deck, different reading. This happened earlier. I was pulling the same card, same position, different. Wow. So Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles here. So there's the give and take. The give and take. Ooh, King of Wands again. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. So there could be some imbalance about how fair and fluid things have been. I feel like things have not been very fluid. I can't help but think that with all of the chop, the emotional chop in the background, and somebody's trying to just kind of keep things balanced, keep things in check. We've got the Seven of Cups coming out. So there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of emotional turmoil happening here. Somebody's trying to figure out, right, what's going on. Definitely a lot of focus trying to figure out something. Definitely trying to figure out. That King of Wands is looking at everything in totality to make a decision, to make a big decision. Okay. What crosses or complements? Crosses or complements Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Crosses or complements Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah, Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Okay. Oh. Yikes. Nine of Cups, Emperor, King of Cups, and the Tower. So the Nine of Cups is basically somebody focusing on their own emotional fulfillments, I think. The Queen of Swords is a really harsh truth about this. There could be a very stern conversation being had about this. So with the Emperor, the King of Cups, and the Tower card, I feel like this has caused a pretty big dust up under the surface about there being a possible power struggle, with everybody now being in the energy of defending what they've done, when they've done it, how much they've done, versus the other. It feels very scoreboard. It feels very much like a scoreboard is being pulled out, and now we're starting to pull our sword out and point at, you know, all the obvious facts here, right? The obvious facts are being pointed out with that Queen of Swords. The swords are about facts, not your feelings. Facts and not your feelings. And when the Nine of Cups comes out, this is, you know, protecting yourself emotionally. There could be this guarded feeling about, you know, look, I sorry you feel like you're not getting, but I do give, I do provide quite a bit. The Emperor, the King of Cups, providing quite a bit, but there is this underlying kind of feeling here, things kind of billowing, and I want to say that's beneath the surface because it took a while for that to come out, that Tower card. Okay, so what is the foundation? What is the best that can be achieved? What's the best that can be achieved in September 2024? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Okay, I think there's a little bit of rebellion happening. Yikes. So, there's a little bit of rebellion happening here. I feel like if somebody feels like they're not getting what they're providing, there's a lot of pullback. Okay, somebody here is like, okay, well, that's done and over with. I'm not going to be doing as much as I was. And I almost feel like there's not a lot of receptivity from your person. Some of you aren't even saying anything. Some of you are not hearing anything from your person. So you don't really know what to do other than to just kind of pull back. Some of this could be mirroring. You know, you're mirroring your person. If they're pulling back because they're not getting what they think they need from you, then you're pulling back because you feel like they're not, you know, open to receiving you. And this is that energy of nobody really talking. What crosses or complements you is that you could need to speak up. You could need to say something, but nothing is being said. But there's this like kind of on guard feeling of everybody kind of standing up in their power going, you know, I'm noticing and I'm seeing here. Things seem off kilter, a little off balance. I almost feel like nobody's wanting to risk anything or say anything. They're just kind of like letting us ride, letting it be. Letting it be. Huh. Familiar. All right. We are going to look at the foundation instantly. Chariot card. Could be dealing with Cancer. Two of Wands, Judgment, Eight of Cups. Good grief. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Moon to the King of Swords. Interesting. So while there is the want to kind of just power forward no matter, this is this realization here that there is a detachment. There is a detachment, and it does feel like somebody is pulling off, right? There's this obvious feeling of somebody definitely being towards you, but then there's this other way, right? This other observation of a different thing happening. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Moon card, the King of Swords. Now there's some sort of miscommunication, right? This inability to kind of figure out what needs to be said, how it needs to be said, if there should be anything said, what's going on here, right? I just feel heavily like there's not a lot of talking. I feel heavily like there's not a lot of talking. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to look at the immediate future. The near future, what could be coming in? Okay, what's coming in? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's immediately coming up here? Future. Okay. Oh no. Oh, frick. Moon card, Devil, Nine of Wands. Scorpio energy here with the Death card, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So, yikes. So when everybody starts pulling away and everybody starts diving deep into their own feelings and nobody's talking to one another, I feel like this kind of makes everything worse. This makes everything worse. People start going into their heads and they start assuming the worst. There's this energy here of filling in the blanks, right? If you're not hearing it from your person, you're automatically assuming the absolute worst. There could be some sort of interference here, and now you're on guard and feeling like you need to kind of either detach from this, continue to detach from this, and continue to protect yourself emotionally from this. The Moon card is a lot of confusion, a lot of disillusion, a lot of miscommunication, inability to understand what is actually happening. Could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. Strong Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy out here with the Moon as well. Goodness. I see though that there's still a want to talk and figure out and see about what's happening. Strong Cancer. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It's like there's this draw and a pull. You know, even though this energy feels thick with the Moon card, the Devil, and the Death card sitting out here in your near future, the Nine of Wands is a resiliency and a tenacity to still continue forward no matter what. Like this is not a reason for you to just detach and, you know, completely tuck tail and give up. This is about you, you know, mirroring, yes, but there's still this lingering want of talking about this. Is there a way to kind of figure out what's going on, a way to progress forward, a way to kind of learn how to find a way to get back on track with the Chariot card sitting out here? Goodness. Goodness. Hanged Man, Tower, Magician, Hierophant, Empress, Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Three of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Swords, Six of Cups. Wow. It's that deep. Okay. This is an inability to meet each other on the level, though. This is just that inability. There's supposed to be this happy household with this equal, fair give and take, and I feel like there's a harsh truth here about it maybe not being the case. It's not really the case. The Knight of Wands is somebody is, you know, fickle at best. That's the base level efforts. Okay, that's pretty much kind of bare minimum. kind of bare minimum a little bit. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's, they're there. They're also not there. They're also, you know, do what I want. I'm for you. Yeah, I'll be for you. But I'm really, really, really into doing my own thing also. Okay. And Two of Wands, Eight of Cups, Judgment back here in the past. This is, you know, this might be typical. This is probably typical for either your person or you, however this resonates, okay? But there is an absolute need to kind of figure this out. There's a need to figure this out. Look at what needs to be decided upon. Possibly looking at things in a different perspective to maybe prevent something that could be looming. For some of you, this could be you, you know, wanting to completely restructure your previous ways, or your person needing to completely rethink about how they do things, operates. Consider the other person. So, okay. Yikes. All right. Which oracle are we going to use? Which? It's not advertisement. I think I've been to that store maybe 4 or 5 times. The Witch store. I like that it had witch in it, but it wasn't spelled correctly. It was witch. Like the choice sandwich. Okay. Which deck is the Beach Time Soul Love Oracle we have chosen? The Beach Time Soul Love Oracle is what we're going to use here. So we're going to see what's going on. What does Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, partnership connection, September 2024, what do they need to know? What is additional information for the month they need to be aware of? I'm going to go one time through this deck. Not today has fallen out. Oh my gosh. Passion. Girl talk. Okay. Okay. The Phoenix, very Scorpio energy. That's one of your stages of evolvement, as a matter of fact. Look that up. The stages of evolvement of each zodiac sign is actually pretty interesting. So Not Today has come out first. So there's boundaries being instilled here. Somebody is absolutely proclaiming and delivering a lot of very harsh facts here that they are hurt. This is also about avoiding conversations, right? So somebody here could be absolutely avoiding this entire conversation, and it is being mirrored. So whenever somebody is being distant from you, a lot of times we assume that the correct thing to do is to just kind of mirror that and also pull back. Sometimes the better thing to do is to, you know, seek out and try to deal with it. Sometimes that is the temperature that you need to be kind of adhering to, is to just kind of let things be distant and let there be this calming energy, let things simmer, let things settle, let that be, not force and not kick doors down, right? Here we've got Coffin, Girl Talk. So Coffin is very death card energy, very Scorpio energy. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition, time with friends, conversations, moving on, living in the moment. Okay, so this is about that need to focus on ending the pain, ending the distance, ending the separation, ending this mirroring energy of pulling away from one another, and actually kind of focusing more so on the moment right now, not letting too much more distance get between the moment and the ability to be able to solve it while it's still fresh, while it's still, you know, very, very forefront on your mind, right? If you get going through your day, there's a lot of other things that happen, and then we start to get a little bit misconstrued about what happened. There's an inability to connect with the problem if a lot of distance has been put between it, because again, perception is a very funny thing, right? And the more things and events that happen, our perception tends to sway and dwindle a little bit, and that tends to mold itself depending upon whatever your feelings are and whatever emotional state you have attached yourself to in the moment. Okay, so it's very important to deal with things as they occur versus letting a lot of distance and time ruminate, right? This is about being happy in the moment, dealing with something, again, talking, coming out, girl talk, talking, right? Conversating more, text messages, emails, phone calls, messages arriving, right? Starting to really communicate with each other. There's a big call here. We've got passion, healing heart, okay? So insane chemistry for one another. Having fun is out here twice. So this is about really lightening up the mood and stopping being so serious about, focusing on the negative and moving towards this positivity, to help kind of lighten the energy, to be able to be more receptive and to receive your person better even. That's about lightening up. Having fun is out here twice. Having fun is out here twice. The Knight of Wands is a very fun, carefree spirit. The Queen of Swords is a very matter-of-fact, no-nonsense kind of energy. So I feel like, the approach to this, to be stern and cold, may not be the right fit. You really want to be more about this receptive type of energy, to be more open, to be talked to be conversated with. If you feel like you're being put off by somebody, you're not really feeling very welcome by them. So lightening up a little bit would allow you to be well received. Also, the Phoenix, okay? Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, transformation, once again, growth, again. So all that's out here, lots of freedom from toxic type of behaviors, right? Healing from the pain, healing the pain, moving away from that energy, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction, right? Moving away from that energy, healing your heart. New phases, transitioning, letting go, moving to something else, kind of doing things differently, okay? If you've done something always before in the past, doing things differently this time around may produce different results, okay? We've got I like you, boat, keys on a ring out here. So I like you. This is romance blooming. Fun flirting. Again, that's out here again. More fun. Being back to that, focusing on the bond, focusing on the love, focusing on the connection, not the pain, not the hurt, not, ruminating in that energy, but bringing about this focus of wanting to be able to create a more positive future because of how you feel for one another, right? Receiving what you need with both, receiving what you need from your person, moving on, progression, arriving at some sort of an agreement with one another, okay? The keys on a ring is many options, some decisions that need to be made. So we can't make these decisions alone. We can't solve the problems of a relationship or a commitment alone. The issue cannot be solved alone. Sometimes it's as simple as that, but you still need to have that conversation. It still needs to be cleared up, and it still needs to be talked about. We can't just, focus on, oh, it's fine, I'll just deal with it, because it's more of that separation. It's more of pulling away, and it's creating that energy of separation where, you feel like there's an inability to communicate and talk. And we've got talking out here a lot. Stop not communicating. Start conversating. Start to conversate so that you can come to resolutions and solutions. Not creating more distance and more issues, right? All right. I feel like that was your messages for the day. We're going to go ahead and close, or for the month of September 2024 for Scorpios. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, your likes, your follows, all that love and energy in the comments. Hey, Negative, positive, it all helps me. So whatever you got to do you, boo-boo. I'm just here. I'm just here trying to spread good love and messages, and I'm glad you were here to receive the message. I hope this helped. If you need a personal reading, if you're interested in any of that information, or if you would like to see about getting mentorship, I'm now offering. All that information is in the description box of this video. My other platforms are also there. Be sure and follow me everywhere. Hit that notification bell so you can be attuned to every single time I go live. It is energetically done, and it's not on the schedule yet, but that notification bell will help you catch me. Until next time, I'm wishing you all love, light, abundance, and all the positive vibes you can possibly stand.